You have everything. You've just forgotten it. You're not chasing happiness. You're running away. From what? From yourself. Let's talk about why you're lying to yourself right now. Be honest. How many times have you thought, if I just buy this, if I just achieve that, if someone just notices me, then I'll feel better? Do you really believe that makes you a better person? You've convinced yourself that happiness is waiting after the next goal. But how do you feel when you reach it? Euphoria? No. Empty. And do you know why? Because you're not chasing happiness. You're running from pain, that sticky, dark pit inside you that you're terrified to confront. You're hiding from that nagging question you bury beneath work, relationships, and shopping. What if something is wrong with me? Here's the truth. It's simple. You're perfect. You have everything, but you don't like it. Why? Because perfection is terrifying. It's like staring at an endless ocean and realizing there's nothing to hold on to. You are that ocean, but you're clinging to a life raft you call success, money, family. The raft won't save you, it'll sink you. You're searching for happiness where it doesn't exist. All this time, you've been looking for the wrong thing. Need an example? Think about it. You get a new job, buy a new car, start a new relationship. In that moment, you feel alive, a rush of excitement. But it's fleeting. Soon you crash, falling deeper than before. It's a vicious cycle. You can't fill the emptiness inside with external things. It's like trying to quench your thirst with sand. Yet you're still here reading this, which means something inside you is listening. I don't know you, and that doesn't matter. I'm just here to pass this on. If it resonates, great. If not, that's okay too. You might think, but I'm doing this for my loved ones. I'm trying. Yes, you're trying. But for what? To make them love you? To feel needed? Your whole race is about proving your worth. But you'll never feel it while you're running. You want to stop, but you can't. 'Cause stopping means facing yourself. And that's terrifying. The entire world is built on lies. Screens tell you you're not enough, that you need more money, more stuff, more validation. The system works as long as you believe this nonsense. You are the fuel for the machine, but do you know what happens when you stop? Nothing. The world doesn't collapse. It's just your ego screaming in fear. So the big question is, where did you lose yourself? Isn't it strange that you live in a world demanding everything from you but giving nothing in return? You were born free, a child who didn't know what it meant to be someone. You didn't have to prove your worth, you just were. But something went wrong. Labels were slapped on you. Boy, girl, smart, good, successful. You started believing them. Now you carry that weight, looking at others and thinking, why? Are they better than me? And so you run this endless, exhausting race without even asking why. Look around. Everything you see is an illusion, and you're part of it. This world is like a stage. Everyone plays a role. Some chase success, some seek spirituality, some choose victimhood. But we're all acting, pretending it all matters. Strip away the masks, and what's left? You believe your life is real because you feel pain, joy, and fear. But what if it's all just a dream? Yes, like that movie where the protagonist thinks they're living a normal life, only to realize they're plugged into a system. The difference is, you don't have a red pill or a blue pill. You only have two choices: keep playing the game or step out of it. You might say, But I love this world. How can I reject everything I know? No one's asking you to reject it. The question isn't about giving up everything, but seeing it for what it is. None of this was ever real. Not even you. It's like watching a movie. It can be thrilling, heartbreaking, or funny, but you always know it's just a screen. So why do you think yourself is real? You cling to your story like it's a life raft. My successes, my struggles, my mistakes. But that's the lie. You are not the story. The story is the mind convincing you of your importance. But the mind can't be you. It's temporary. And anything temporary isn't you. You fear the void because it exposes the lie. You hold on to jobs, relationships, and habits because you're terrified that if you strip it all away, there'll be nothing left. Here's the scary part. That nothingness is you. You are the observer, the one who's always been there, even when everything else falls away. So if you're not the body, the mind, or the story, then who are you? You're searching for the truth, but are you ready for it? Truth doesn't soothe the soul. It burns away everything you think you are. The truth is, you are not you. Everything you cling to as you is just an image, a picture hung on the walls of your mind. Who are you without it? No one. Scary? Good. That means we're on the right track. You fear silence because it reveals reality, a reality where your small self doesn't exist. No story of how you suffered, succeeded, or were better or worse than others. There's just existence. Pure being. And it's terrifying because your ego craves significance, and significance dies in silence. You are not your body, your mind, or your emotions. You are the awareness observing all of it. Can you imagine being the screen instead of the movie playing on it? The screen doesn't judge or interfere, it just lets everything be. But you've confused yourself with the movie. You think you're the protagonist with a mission, goals, and passions. You're so caught up in the story that you've forgotten. The screen hasn't gone anywhere. It's been here all along. It's you. Why do you cling so tightly to me? Because you're afraid of disappearing? You think that if you let go of everything, money, status, relationships, even your pain, you'll cease to exist. But you won't. You'll stop suffering, yes, but you won't disappear. You'll see you were always here, even as everything else crumbled. Do you want peace? Then die, not in body, but in mind. You cling to your thoughts and feelings because you think you're nothing without them. But nothing isn't emptiness, it's freedom. When you realize you can't be defined or contained, you become infinite. This isn't death, it's limitless life. The truth doesn't need proof. It simply is. At your core, you are that truth. Don't take my word for it. Don't even trust me. Discover it for yourself. Sit in silence. Stop running. Just stop and look. Who are you when there's nothing left? Don't try to find the answer. Just look. The answer will find you. Your life isn't falling apart. The walls you built around yourself are. You're just afraid to be alone with what's left. Let's clarify something. Ego is that voice in your head saying, I am my body, my thoughts, my achievements. You cling to it as if it's your lifeline. You think if you let it all go, you'll dissolve into nothingness. But let's ask directly, who are you without your ego? You say, I am my family, my work, my hobbies. Okay, but what if those things are gone? You're still here. You say, I am my body. Fine, but what if your body changes, ages, or falls ill? You're still here. You say, I am my thoughts. But thoughts come and go. You watch them. They're not you. Now you fear one thing above all else: silence. Because in silence, the ego disappears. You fear the void, but the void is what frees you. When the I dissolves, what remains is what has always been. You, without labels, without roles, without limits. It's indescribable. It's like waking up after a long sleep and realizing you've always been this way. You just forgot. Why is it so hard? Because the ego is deceptive. It builds an entire world for you, pretending it's real. It clings to anything it can. Approval from others, fear of failure, the desire to matter. But here's the truth. Everything you think you are is a lie. The ego has one goal: survival. But it cannot survive in the presence of truth. You might say, but I still need to take care of myself, my loved ones, and build a life. No one's arguing against that. But you can do all of that while knowing it's not who you are. Does a movie stop being entertaining once you realize it's not real? No. You actually enjoy it more because you're no longer afraid of it going wrong. Do you want to be free? Then let go of what was never you to begin with. Your problems, your struggles, they're not you. They're just a story you tell yourself to keep existing. But if you want true freedom, you have to let go. This isn't an act of willpower. It's an act of realization. Just look and you'll see. Everything you've been holding on to was never real. But don't make freedom another goal. Freedom isn't a goal, and it can't be achieved. It's already here. You're already free. You just need to stop talking and see.